Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. We're going to be using this September 2025 Unity Stamp Kit, and we're going to be using this pumpkin along with the fall blessings that we used Friday, I believe, for the creation that we made. I don't know what this smudge is. Ugh. Anyway, I had a minor craft problem last night. A lot of the stuff that I had unfortunately stacked up, fell down, and I guess I'll be spending some of my day, probably after I pick my son up, looking for that because a few things are going on there. I have anti-bullying this week, and it's supposed to be Lilo and Stitch themed. So today is Hawaiian shirt day, which is cute, right? So my son picked. I went to Walmart. They don't have any Hawaiian shirts for little kids at Walmart, so I looked in the men's section to see if we could get one from there. No. Um, then I just ordered it online and it came. The problem, it's not a problem, but my problem is he needs other Lilo and Stitch things on tomorrow. I think is a blue shirt, so I may actually just make him a shirt that has. Let me show you what I'm thinking about doing. Before I show you the stitch, this is the gnome that we used last week because I used the shipping labels and I went to color it and it was still like smudgy. So this I feel is almost dry except for this one little piece right there. And then these are almost dry as well, except for you can see it if you see a little shine. I'm sure if I put my finger on it, like touch it, it will come off. And then I was looking, I was like, I messed up the blessing piece right here. This S is a little bit off. So I'll try to make sure I don't do that today. So let me show you the stitch thing now. So I'm thinking of doing this right here. I think it'll be really, really cute because it's anti-bullying. So we went to Michael's yesterday and I purchased two shirts, a red shirt and a blue shirt. And I just need to get the vinyl because I'm just going to make a vinyl one. Normally I try my best to make a cute little printout shirt, iron on, and all that other stuff. And you know what? Sometimes I walk away feeling inadequate. So today is not that day for me to do that. Um, Although I don't stop trying, I just feel inadequate. So I'm cutting this down to 4 1/4. Excuse me, 4 by 5 1/4 because we're gonna make this one card. I really want to get into making more because also you all, as you know, not summer. My son's birthday is coming up. If you contact me and I don't write back, it's just me and my frantic nature. This is week two, officially week two, and I'm already having some issues. I wanted to take him to the skating rink for his birthday to have a party. That way I can invite everybody, his whole entire class, as well as our old friends from the first school he went to, right? But I contacted the ladies because I'm in a mom group. I won't talk much about the group because I don't like. I've learned my lesson about being in groups. Okay, I'll just say that they never go well. But so far, this one is okay, and I've learned to shut up basically and color. Okay, I've learned my lesson. Let's just leave it at that. Um, Compliance sometimes is just needed. So I wrote them, and I got a few private messages. It's only five of us, so it's not like a whole bunch. One could be a few. But I think I got two private messages. My son has never skated before, and I let them know that. And my son is very clumsy when we are out in public with people. Um, I think it's just so he can get extra attention. Don't don't know why. We're gonna use. I wanted to use the gray. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Let's get it from over here. I did all that, and I'm still going with black. Anyway, and so we normally have an accident at every birthday party he's been to, except for his own. Earlier this year, we got invited to two, except for the pool party. There was no issue. with the pool party. But we went to another person's party in the mom group, and I think he we went to like a little pizza spot. Not a little Chuck E. Cheese would be a little pizza spot. This was an expensive pizza spot. I'm sure Chuck E. Cheese is expensive too, but not as expensive as this one. It's called Incredible Pizza. I think it's called Incredible Pizza. Anyway, I think he fell. So I want to take him roller skating, but I feel like I'm gonna have to wrap him in bubble wrap. Not to say that I don't think that the kids will still have a great time. I just, I just put out the fillers because the other spot that we would go to, I am not going to be happy going there, which is very sad. Oh, did I not do that right? I missed this spot right here, y'all. Anyway, and since I'm the person that's paying for the event, it's not about me having a good time. It's about me being comfortable going and attending the event. Even though it's for my son and I want him to have a good time, I also don't want to be sitting there looking dumb. And you know what? Between me and you, I always look dumb when I'm at these things. I just feel out of place. I feel like the odd person. I just don't feel like I fit in it nor belong at these events. So there's that piece as well. Let's go ahead and cut our card down. I was thinking we could use this. This is, I believe this is Hobby Lobby because it's fall theme, right? So let's go ahead and cut this down as well. And then I'm trying to figure out if I want to use crayons or color markers. I mean, not crayons, color pencils or color markers. I don't know yet. I'm debating on that as I pick up some stuff that I dropped. I really need to get it together. I'm gonna probably go to Walmart today and buy another container. And in this container, I don't know why the camera is so weird right now, but I'm going to buy a like this thing right here that I showed y'all. I'm gonna buy a bigger one from Walmart probably, or I have to run to Burlington to see if they had the stitch shirts. So it'll probably either be Burlington, one of those spots, but I want a bigger one like this big to throw all my stuff in. And see, this wouldn't fit the 12 by 12, so I need to be at least a 12 by 12. I don't want to spend more than $10 on it. All right. Also, we're gonna use these again. I think I figured out why was that like delayed, and I think I'm just gonna use this orange thing again. We'll be finished with this soon, won't we? This is a very fall color in my opinion, and I think I might trim this down a little bit to see those edges. And maybe we'll ink up this edge with some rusty hinge or some pumpkin or something orange. Yep, I want to go to Hobby Lobby today as well, but I don't have energy like that. My mental strength is waning, you all. I'm just really tired of thinking, of adulting, of doing. So I'm really trying to work through that. Adulting is not what you thought it was when you were a little kid. Your parents might have made it look so good because they were telling you what to do. But other than that, adulting is overrated. I would give it no stars if I could. Um, you have some freedoms, but not many. Think about it. Think about adulting in its rarest form. You have to work, which you've been doing your whole life since you started school, right? You've been going to work your whole life. Then, when you were a little kid, you didn't pay for nothing. Now, as an adult, you paying for just about every dang on thing. Then we should cut it down one more. This will probably be better on a 5 by 7 card, and I'm okay with that. I might make some more today because I like this pumpkin. It's very pretty in my opinion. we're just gonna stamp fall blessings on here like that. I had went to Walmart because I could have sworn I bought um what are those things? Um Leaves from there. So I was hoping that they would have some out in their fall section. I haven't found any. And I know with the tariffs and stuff like that, things that we were able to get before may not be as readily available, and it may cost a little extra or a lot extra. Because I went to Timu yesterday, not yesterday. Today is Monday. I think I looked at Timu on Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I was just looking at. It had to be before October happened. I was looking at charms, and they were really nice and pretty looking charms. I don't know how they would look when you get them. And then I went to put them in the cart, still decent. And then the shipping was more than the price. My shipping was $25. And I was like, I'll just go to Amazon. And I feel like, I don't know how you feel about Amazon. I have no qualms. I have no qualms about anyone. Like, I really don't. I'm not invested mentally enough to know who is not a good person, who is a good person. I've read articles and I understand some of the stuff that's going on, and I get it as an adult. As a consumer, I get it even more. The thing is, I would prefer to buy from Amazon in some instances versus Temu and get them. Make no mistake about it, it's the same vendor on Amazon as well that's selling the junk from Temu. Even if you go to Etsy, because Etsy is, supposedly the same thing, it is people that buy from Temu and AliExpress, so all the other places that give you cheap stuff, and you can charge more for uh, the same price. I just want to get it now. That's the problem. I have grown into that. I need it now. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. I need it. I need it. I need it. That mindset, which is the mindset that's probably ruining everyone, not just Americans, but everyone in general. I think we're going to go with a. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I think this is too dark. We're going with markers. Let's do, Heather would say, if you had swatched those out. I know. My friends, when they write stuff in the comment section, I'm like, you're right. You're absolutely correct. You all, I have a friend who's traveling right now. So you may hear some random beeps in the background. They're on a business trip, and they had just sent me a message right before I started to record. So please forgive that. I value their safety, so I've been corresponding with them because I need them to come home so I can harass them when they're home. Right? It's always a ooh, that's too dark. We're gonna go with this one, and let's get us a nice, vibrant orange. I think I'm gonna try these two. This one's golden. Golden is usually yellow, yeah? Ooh, let's see. Yep, I love this. When I was a kid, coloring with bright, vibrant colors was probably my most favorite thing to do during the fall season. Because, the teachers didn't, even though they had lesson plans, they didn't want to be putting up with you the day before Thanksgiving. They thinking about all the stuff that they need to do. Did they forget to take out the turkey to start defrosting it or the ham? Did they get all the food? Because when I was young, Thanksgiving meant everybody shut down. The stores were not open. There was no online shopping. It wasn't couriers out there braving the snow to bring you the Christmas goose and none of that. It was just closed. The only thing that used to be open was probably a gas station for a few hours. Now things don't shut down for any holiday. And I'm so glad that Kohl's actually started closing back down during the holidays because I was just like, oh, that sucks to be an employee and you can't have the same privileges of spending time with your family. I'm hoping. I don't know if I'm sure about this statement, but I'm hoping they got good overtime, some good compensation for that. Because if not, that would definitely not be good. Definitely not be good. You see these two different markers, colors? Let's go back to this other side. I really need to bring the heat gun out and start zapping the ink. Have you seen the pumpkins at the grocery store lately? They are so hideous looking. And I love it. I love that because you can put those in the spooky patches and stuff like that. Where I live, I may take some pictures today because I have to go to the grocery store and share them with y'all tomorrow if I remember to take the pictures and if I remember to share them with y'all. They have like bumps and they look like witches pump. They look like the images of old witchy hags, but pumpkins. They look like goblins, and it's called wart pumpkins. I had never seen a wart pumpkin until this year. I don't know if that's a new thing. I don't know how long it's been going around, but those pumpkins look like they have some type of cooties. It looks so cool. Do I want to touch them? I'm scared. I've already had my share of skin issues, and actually, right here, it's coming back. I don't know if I told y'all a few years ago, it was so hot here that my skin had broken out, and I went to see my doctor, and he was like, "The good thing is you don't have monkey pox." That's when monkey pox was prevalent, and I hadn't even thought about having monkey pox, let alone any other type of skin issue. I was just like, "Why is it doing this?" And so I had to go to the dermatologist, and they did some skin scrapings, and they looked under the microscope, and they told me I had some type of heat related thing. And it's so funny. I have a friend who is British, and he told me that he got it, and I was like, okay. And the way he got it, he said, is when he was in Seychelles or Mauritius, um, because he works in travel. So I was like, oh, okay. Funny thing is, I was also in Seychelles a while back and Mauritius. So I'm like, okay. But it was, I think it comes from extreme heat. And you all remember when my air conditioner conked out. It was around that time, but it wasn't when the air conditioner was out. So I don't know. It was just hot, and I do not relate well to sun. The sun and I, not my son, but the sun in general is ooh wee. Yep, I feel very talkative today. I do apologize for anyone that has not met the talkative side of me. I must have something going on in my mind that I'm really trying to figure out how I'm going to get through it. Very weird. This S is giving me problems. The S is giving me problems, problemas. All right, let's put this card together. All right, got some rusty hinge going on. Just give it a little bit more. Also, those from the same stamp kit, those little stamps that I didn't like, the little fall leaves and stuff. And I told y'all why I didn't. But some light background stamps, so maybe a couple generation stamp image that would look good. We could have used some stenciling to give it a little bit more, less cleanness. But and I was thinking, you need to get your line, your not line, ribbon back out because we could have put something over here. We still can't put something over there. Um, I have brought my dots over here so that I could actually use them, and then I put them back up. So maybe I'll revisit this card process another day. I think we're on like 33 cards now. Also, in preparation for winter, if we continue to do this every day, I'm going to be making videos ahead of time. I haven't started it yet because it's October and my son's birthday is in October, and I just told you I stress out a lot. So, and I've already told you that the stressing has begun. So, what that what that looks like is different for everybody. This will look good in some. I think we'll do the exact same card again, but hear me out. We're gonna use some die cut. We're gonna die cut it, and then I can get some ribbon or something and do something. Cause I think all the cards that I looked at the last couple of weeks have been just flat on flat, rectangle on rectangle on rectangle, and that can get boring. Alrighty. So I think this is card 33. Let me know what you think. I hope you have a great day. Until next time, happy crafting.